theme. I try to have a certain theme for each day. So Bitcoin is a throwback. Because ain't nobody been buying Bitcoin for like 2 years. Bitcoin has been at the same price for 2 years. It's Throwback Thursday. Remember when we used to buy Bitcoin? All right, so Bitcoin is going through a evolutionary change. It's going through an evolutionary change. And that usually happens when you have new assets that are coming into the market. Some of you guys are not old enough to know when, ETFs, exchange traded funds, and indexes were like the new thing. And people were so afraid of indexes and ETFs when they first came out, because it was all about stock picking back in the day. And then all of a sudden they said, well, what if we created an index that had all 500 of the largest companies on the planet in it? And people were like, I don't know about that. I don't know if people would want to buy that. And guys, it's been averaging 10% a year for 100 years. Thank you, C Spooner, for the cap. I got 4. I'm doing good. Make sure you guys grab that heart me as you guys come in. The heart up here, guys, is a penny. If you go to the top left corner of your, if you go up to the top left corner on anybody's live, if you go to anybody's lives, they're going to beg for those heart me's, guys, even though they're pennies. It's not so that we can get rich off of you guys grabbing those heart me's. They're only a penny. But what it does is it lets the TikTok engine know that you guys respect and care for the room, right? So that's why I say, guys, put $1. Listen, go to your little gifting section, put $1 in that mug. You put $1 in there, guys, you'll be able to come here for 100 days and not have to feel like, oh my God, I'm not contributing. $1 gonna get, well, I guess if you convert it over, you're not gonna actually get 100 pennies. But anyway, put $1 in that bad boy. You'll be able to come to class for a whole quarter for $1. Imagine that, for a whole quarter. You get to learn the stock market education free for $1. That's how you buy low, guys, and sell high. You start off by knowing where value is. And this room is very, very valuable because I'm going to educate you guys on, the fundamentals of the market. You can use it if you want. You can see what we're doing and then, base your strategy. A lot of people will come in here, they have their own strategies, and traders like myself, we always go into other rooms just to kind of test out our strategy and see if our strategy holds up to the person that is speaking. And I love doing that. I'll see somebody with their charts up and they'll be trying to tell people they should buy this and why they should buy it and why they shouldn't. And that will determine if I decide to stay or I'll follow everybody. Like I follow any and everybody. I got to do that until I get 100,000 followers, right? But at some point, I'm going to start, at some point, I'm going to pick and choose who I want to follow. And I want to make sure that who I'm following, because the way TikTok works is whoever rooms I go into the most, thank you, I'm going to see their rooms appear first on my algorithm, right? And I want that. I want to make sure that when I turn on my TikTok, that I'm not seeing things that I don't want to go to. All right. So I got to go out there. I got to test. I got to see if there's like-minded individuals. There's so many different ways to make money in this market. There's no one way, guys. And as much as I argue and as much as I talk about other traders, look, you only got to get rich one time. You only got to get rich one time, guys. Look at Michael Burry. Michael Burry got really rich one time, and now everybody follows everything he does, even though he's the worst trader on earth. In fact, Michael Burry is so bad, guys. I saw Kramer talking about Michael Burry the other day, and it was funny because he was saying the same exact thing I was saying. And I was like, wow, I thought I was the only one that recognized that he was the worst trader on earth until I heard Kramer was ranting the same way I was ranting. He was like, guys, I can't, like he said, it, literally, it was like I was on the show and I was dying laughing. I was like, oh my God, he's saying exactly what I'm saying. The worst trader on earth. But guess what? He got rich one time and he can say whatever he want to say until the end of his days. He became a billionaire. But just because you become a billionaire, guys, just because you got rich one time, don't make you a super teacher. Doesn't mean you're the best trader on earth. You only got to get rich one time. So, I don't want to take away any of you guys' gambling spirit if you're over leveraged. My thing is just know that you're over leveraged. Like, there's nothing wrong with saying, Joel, I'm going all in on Bitcoin. It's either gonna go to $1 million and I'm gonna be a millionaire, or I'm gonna have to work for the rest of my life. And I get it. A lot of us make those. I mean, when you think about it, like when we get married, or if you decide to go to certain jobs, we kind of gamble on that job or that marriage lasting forever. So I understand. I get it. Humans are like that. We're loyal to a certain degree. And it's funny because in the stock market, that loyalty can cost you a lot of money. And it's interesting because the more loyal you are, I see it in the stock world. And I'm like, you shouldn't be loyal to none of these hoe stocks. You shouldn't be loyal to none of these hoes. None of these hoes you should be loyal to. All right, unless you got a strategy that says you need to remain loyal. Now, I have a full Bitcoin. I ain't selling that full Bitcoin. Listen, guys, I've already seen it hit $100,000. That wasn't enough for me. I've done that before in other asset classes. It needs to at least get to 500,000 to pique my interest. If it gets to 500,000, guys, I might be like, I might. It depends on where I'm at in my life at that time. I might be super rich at that time. And I'm like, yo, I want to go buy the new Ferrari electric. Even though it just went for, well, how much did it go for? The new Ferrari electric, the first one ever built, went for what, 40 million? Somebody paid $40 million for an electric Ferrari. Now, I love electric vehicles, but oh my God, that Ferrari looked like something that I probably designed when I was 7 years old. That's what I wanted to do when I went to Howard, guys. My whole goal when I went to Howard University was to design cars. And then I get to Howard University. Listen, guys, I leave high school. I'm telling everybody, when everybody's asking you what you want to do with your life, I'm like, oh, I'm going to design cars for the rest of my life. I get to Howard. I'm all on campus. I'm talking to my counselors. I'm like, all right, I want to design cars. What classes do I need to take? They're like, sweetie, we don't have a design school. I'm like, what are you talking about? I talked to my counselor in high school. We sat down, we talked about it. We looked over other schools. You mean to tell me I got this scholarship? I'm swimming. I done made this whole transfer up to DC, 660 miles from where I live for you guys to tell me there's no design school? So what am I supposed to do? They're like, well, you got an engineering scholarship, so if you want to design air conditioning systems, you can do that. So here I am at Howard. I can't even do what I wanted to do from day one. That's how my life started. Joel, your dreams of designing cars are out the door. which led me to stocks. So what else? I wanted to be so then they put me in mechanical engineering. Look, I love my mechanical engineers that are out there. And remember, I got an engineering mind, but oh my God, that is like the most boring. If you're a mechanical engineer, that's like the most boring way to go into engineering. Like, Joel, you couldn't go into civil? You couldn't go into electrical? I'm like, nah. Guess I'm going to be designing freaking air conditioning. I guess I'm going to be working for Georgia Power. Anyway, I know a lot of you guys share stories that are similar to mine. Like, what the hell, my counselor? Like, the counselor's job is supposed to guide me in the right direction. I never went back and cursed that counselor out. I'm like, man, you wasted. Look, I was in college for a long. You wasted 10 years. No, it was 8. You wasted 8 years of my life. I was a mechanical engineer. What else did I want to be? I wanted to be a dentist. I wanted to go into international business. I was all over the place. Finally came home and was like, I'm gonna do real estate. Jeez. It used to be a hobby. I'm gonna make my hobby a job. Since I done gone to school for no reason. You say you know a guy who turned down UNC soccer for Howard University soccer. I mean, Howard University is coming up in the sports world. Like, I went to school with a bunch of guys that played for Howard football, and they got Super Bowl rings. A guy named Billy Jenkins went to the Rams, got him a Super Bowl ring. We had a couple of quarterbacks that were, I forgot the name of the other quarterback, but he was New England's. I think he was New England's quarterback for a minute back in the day. So, you know, Howard has a golf team now. I don't know if you guys know this. Steph Curry helped finance a whole golf program. Now, mind you, he played basketball. He helped finance a whole golf program at Howard University as well. So they're doing big things. They're doing such big things that it costs so much to go there that I told my sons, y'all can't go to Howard. It costs too much. But Dad, isn't that you and your mother and mom's alma mater? Yep, but it costs too much. Sorry, son. Pick another school. I ain't really say that. HU, you know, C. Spooner. Play ball. C. Spooner played ball up at Howard. If you ever want a bid with Spades partner, y'all better pick C. Spooner. That's where I got a degree in, playing spades and bid whist. Anyway, so we got enough people that are on. We got 50 people that are on. Enough about me. Chat told me I have to do this, and they said you got to do it in a slick way, Joel. You got to tell people about yourself without telling people about yourself, because the more that they know about you, they'll overlook the fact that you're an a-hole. They're like, oh, that's why he's an a-hole. He went to Howard. All of them fools think they better than everybody, especially the cats that went to Hampton. For you guys that don't know this, Howard and Hampton have this feud on who's the real HU. Anyway, is Bitcoin back? In the comment section, if you own Bitcoin, let me see some dollar signs. If you own any type of cryptocurrency, I want to know the type of people that I'm talking to today. Because sometimes I come into a room, we start talking about cryptocurrency, and then I go from 100 people watching to 3. And then sometimes I talk about crypto and the room goes to like 500 people following. I guess they put me on a crypto For You page and everybody run over. Yeah, let's talk about blockchain. Let's talk about Solana and Cardano and all the nodes. The Shiba Inus, the Doji coins. Now, I'm not super knowledgeable of the crypto market, but I do know how to trade it, and I know enough fundamentally about it to know what to invest in, how it works, and I've sent cryptocurrency to and from people. If you have not done that yet, it's probably the reason why you didn't make any money on Bitcoin. I promise you, anyone who has ever, one time, the very first time you send crypto to somebody else, you become an investor. I rarely meet anybody, guys, that say, all right, let me see how this thing works. Let me take $20, let me go send it to my sister or my cousin, and let me see how this works. The minute they do it, they're like, oh, I now understand the whole big thing behind cryptocurrency. I get it now, Joel. I didn't get it before. Everybody kept telling me that Bitcoin was going to take over the dollar. And I'm like, you're finally figuring it out that nobody thinks that Bitcoin's going to take over the dollar? It's strictly a way to move money to and from people? They're like, yeah, how come everywhere I go they keep saying that it's worthless, that there's no use case? But I actually just sent $200 to my sister. It happened in 3 minutes. I didn't have to go through a bank. She was able to get that money. She took that Bitcoin and then she converted it into Ethereum. I'm like, yeah. And she converted it into Ethereum because I sent her that $200 because she wanted to get into an ICO, and the only way she was going to be able to do the initial coin offering was to own Ethereum. I'm like, you're getting it now. It's a smart contracts coin. All you had to do was send some money to your sister and then you figured it out. If y'all had just done that in 2018 or 2019, you would have made over a 10x on your investment. But because you refuse to listen to people like Michael Burry and people that work for banks, you didn't make any money off of crypto. You still don't understand it. You still talk bad about it and you don't even know about it. And that's where I get angry at people. I'm like, yo, that's just like back in the day when you would talk about somebody and you knew nothing about them. And what always happened? You would meet that person and you'll be like, all this stuff y'all saying about this dude or this girl, they ain't nothing like that. And then they end up becoming your best friend. You know, when I first met you, I ain't like you. You know what they were saying about you? I'm like, yeah, they were saying the same thing about you too. Till y'all hung out with each other. It's the same thing. If you ain't ever sent any crypto to anybody, you ain't gonna understand it. The minute you send some Litecoin to somebody, you're like, yo, that was such an easy process. I didn't have to deal with a bank. And you're like, how much can I send? Then you go into your account and it says your daily, what does it say, guys? Your daily amount that you can withdraw or send is what? Well, mine says 50,000. You're like, hold up. I can't even go to my regular bank right now and send $50,000. I don't care how much money I got in it. They're going to be like, oh, heck no, you can't send 50. I'm like, why? It's my money. They're like, nah, you can't send. You gotta talk to this person and you gotta get this signed off, and then it's gonna take 2 or 3 days. Your account got flagged. You can't send $50,000 to nobody. And these days, $50,000 ain't even really that much money. I used to have that issue when I was doing real estate. I would have to move money here and there. Sometimes I would have to do some of the construction work on my own. Banks ain't even letting me touch my own money. They'll let you go do it on a credit card though. Oh, credit card? Oh yeah, it's fine. Oh, why? Because I got to pay interest on that. It's all part of the game. But if you own, I see a couple of people that put dollar signs. So it looks like there's a lot of people in here who didn't. If you made a whole, you know what? If you made a whole bunch of money on Bitcoin, let me see some dollar signs. Oh, you about to make everybody mad when you do this. They might leave the room. If you made a lot of money in crypto and you went against what all of these naysayers were saying, put some dollar signs in the comment section. Let them haters see. Thank God I ain't listen to you, Bruce. If your name's Bruce, I'm sorry. This is just the first name that came to mind. All right, Lori, you knew nothing about crypto, but you sure told me to stay out of it. I got somebody, my friend works for JP Morgan. Warren Buffett said don't buy no technology companies. I stopped listening to Warren Buffett back in the 90s. I said, Warren, you have lost your touch, buddy. Warren Buffett the company might be investing in it now. Warren Buffett's company, guys, never invested in Amazon, Apple until recently, Google, Facebook, Netflix. What else? Whatever the top 15 tech companies are, listen, just go down the list and pick the top 20 tech companies. Pick the top 20 tech companies. Warren Buffett's company didn't invest in any of them until recently. Oh, you want to invest in them when they're trillions of dollars in price? Warren Buffett should have been the first trillionaire on the planet, but at some point, he got too old. And that happens, guys. It's going to happen to me. At some point when I get about 70, 75, I'm still going to be talking about Bitcoin and data centers. And everybody around you is going to be telling you to invest in this flying car company and invest in, I don't know, I can't even think of anything in the future. You need to invest in biotech now, because now we have what's it called? We have quantum computers, and now we've solved every question. We pretty much can take care of disease. Nobody can get cancer anymore. But because I never lived during that time, I'm gonna be like, whatever. You know that vaccines change, right? Like I got a little bit of knowledge. You know all it does is change. So even though you got the cure today, you're gonna have to keep doing it over and over again. And they're gonna be like, Joel, these computers think 1,000,000 times faster than the computers y'all using today. So even when it decides to replicate, we know what it's gonna replicate to. See, that's what you don't know. And I'm gonna be like, whatever, because my little brain can only think about what happened up until I was about 75. And that's what happened with Warren. Warren did not believe he was gonna see the things that he saw, that he's seeing right now. He just isn't, because during his time, things were at a slower pace. And during our time, guys, things are going so fast that even 10 years from now, we're going to look back like, whoa, we were living in the Stone Age 10 years ago. That's how fast everything is about to change. And I'm telling you guys this right now because I saw that happen when I was in college. When I was in college, guys, and I'm not that old. I am an OG. I am a middle-aged man, but I ain't that old. When I was in college, guys, nobody had cell phones. There was no social media. Nobody had cell phones. There was no navigation. There was no apps. There was no chat GPT. There was none of this crap. We ain't had none of that. And are you telling me within 20 years, all of this stuff came to be? Electric cars is just a everyday thing? Guys, electric cars weren't even around like that 10 years ago. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know back in 2016, y'all didn't even know what a Tesla was. You had no idea what a Tesla was. I did, because remember, I wanted to design cars when I grew up. So I'm always up on the newest technology. So when I heard that there was a company that was creating electric vehicles that was publicly traded, I bought it. Just like there's a company out there right now that's gonna make flying cars, I bought it. The same way I bought Tesla. Back in 2018, when they said, hey, there's a new way that we're going to be sending money to and from each other, you guys sitting back thinking, oh my God, Bitcoin's going to take over the dollar. The dollar's been in, this is always the argument, the dollar's been in existence since forever, Joel. What makes you think Bitcoin's going to take over the dollar? I'm like, anybody investing in crypto don't think freaking Bitcoin and Ethereum is going to be the new $20 bill and $100 bill. Like, what are you talking about? Who are you talking to? You sound dumb right now. Have you go look up the blockchain, because you're looking at the wrong thing. You're looking at it as a coin. I get it. It is called a coin. I get it. Bitcoin. I get it. It makes sense. Y'all probably the same people that was buying Bitcoin on the side of the road. There was cats that was actually, look, I got some right here. This isn't the same thing, but this right here, guys, is a Bitcoin. But I bought it because these are really good markers for when you're playing golf. So when I'm playing golf, I actually have a Bitcoin. It's gold. It's got the Bitcoin emblem on it, and I use it as a ball marker when I'm putting. And everybody's always like, oh, you're in, it's kind of a way to tell people that you're in that market without telling them, right? So they'll see the Bitcoin and then they'll strike up conversations, and then I can let them know that, you know, my company is, you know, I run What Would Joel Do, and, you know, the rest is history, right? So is Bitcoin back? Is Bitcoin back? Yeah, Ripple. In fact, I know you said Slick, you're talking about XRP. And I always argue with people about this too. Like, quit. Like, I get it. I know if you're knowledgeable of XRP versus Ripple, like, y'all know there's a difference, right? Between the XRP and Ripple are the same entity, but they do two different things. And the people that own it, they swear they're smarter than everybody. Not you, Slick. I'm not talking about you. And it's so funny because they're like, yeah, XRP. Look, I don't even know the difference. XRP is the blockchain and Ripple is the coin. So it's just funny because there is, guys, these coins run on the blockchain. I don't want you guys to think of crypto as coins. Stop thinking of them as coins. That's why y'all can't make any money in it. That's why y'all are like, it doesn't make any sense to me, Joel. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why would somebody go to the grocery store and use Bitcoin? If that's the only reason why you're looking for its use case, then you're looking, that's like one piece of it. That's just one piece of it. And then you got your other people that look at it as a store of value. Joel, I can't do anything with my Bitcoin, but I can do everything with my gold. And I'm like, you realize you can buy gold shares too. I can go to GLD, buy gold shares. I can go and I can buy Apple stock. I don't have no Apple certificate in my room. So that argument, I'm like, you just trying to sound smart. If you can invest in it and it has a value, and it does. Bitcoin, guys, has a market capitalization of $1.5 trillion. This is why so many of you did not make money in it, because this number here, today you don't even understand it. Today you don't even understand what this means. What the heck is a 1.5 trillion? Well, that's where you make your money. Bitcoin right now is $1.5 trillion in market cap. So that means if you were to buy a Bitcoin today for, let's just say $75,000, let's do the math, because you guys don't do the math. This is why you guys can't make money in Bitcoin, because you're looking at the big number. You're like, who would pay $75,000 for a coin that nobody's going to use at Publix? Don't y'all hate when you hear people argue crypto in that way? You just be like, "Aw, you poor soul. You have no idea what's happening in the crypto space." That's the thing. I just say, they have no idea. Listen to them. They sound like a third grader. Bitcoin right now is worth $1.5 trillion. That means it's not a real number, guys, but it's a number, right? The market capitalization. Let me define market cap. Market capitalization is based off of, if you took, let's take Apple, for example. Apple is also is Apple a 5 trillion? How big is Apple? Apple right now, guys, I'm going to pull up the market caps of the top 10 assets. Apple right now is $4.5 trillion in market cap. The way they get that market cap number, guys, is they say, look, if you took every share of Apple that's available to all of us to own, if you took every share, that means if you take Apple, the company, and you cut the company up, let's just say in 1 million pieces, and then out of all of those 1 million pieces, each piece is worth whatever the stock price is. If you add all of that up, that's going to give you your market cap. Well, guys, that's where you make your money. You make your money on Apple going from 5 trillion to 10 trillion, 5 trillion to 10 trillion to 20 trillion. As you can see, as that number gets bigger, guys, it's more likely not going to keep doubling and tripling in price. Okay, because there's not enough money on the planet to sustain that market cap. All right. So what you try to do when you're trying to get rich in this stock game is, first of all, y'all need to know what is the market cap of the company that you're owning or the asset that you're buying. Every cryptocurrency on earth has a market cap. Y'all be looking at the freaking coin price. Ooh, I can get 1 million coins. I can get 1 million Doji coins. If it ever goes to $1, I'm going to be a millionaire. Have you ever done the math? Have you ever done the math to see if Dogecoin can actually get to $1? Most of y'all ain't done it. Y'all think that those little decimal points is gonna go to 50,000 like Bitcoin one day. It's not enough money on the planet to make Dogecoin a $75,000 coin. It ain't never gonna get there ever. And I ain't trying to be no negative Nancy. It's just numbers, guys. So, stop looking at the $75,000. That's not the number that you're looking at. The number that you're looking at is 1.5 trillion. And I do this all the time because even you crypto heads don't know this. If you believe that Bitcoin can be a store of value equal to or greater than gold, gold has about a $45 trillion market cap right now. I think it's between 30 and 45 trillion. So I want you guys to think about that. If they want this to be a store of value, Even if Bitcoin gets to 10 trillion in market cap, let's say it goes from 1.5 trillion to 10 trillion, which, guys, is really, you can see it going to 10 trillion. Now, the largest stock on the planet is 5 trillion in market cap. I keep telling you guys that Bitcoin is not going to surpass the largest company on the planet. So if you think it's going to happen, I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. It's going to always stay right behind the top 10 companies in the world. It will grow with everything, in my opinion. It will reach $30 trillion maybe in market cap, but not before SpaceX is 40 trillion. And I know these numbers sound ridiculous, but just 10 years ago, guys, $1 trillion sounded ridiculous because there was no $1 trillion companies. The only thing on earth that had $1 trillion market cap was gold and real estate. That was it. Gold and real estate was and oil. Gold, real estate, oil, some precious metals were the only things on this earth that had $1 trillion market caps. Nobody ever thought they was going to see $1 trillion person or a company. I didn't think Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, honestly, guys, I didn't think they were going to hit $1 trillion for another 20 years. Nvidia hitting 5 trillion. Nvidia was just $1 trillion company 5 years ago. Nvidia went from $1 trillion to 5 trillion in 5 years. It went from $1 trillion to 5 trillion in 5 years. So let's do the math. If Bitcoin was to ever go to a $10 trillion market cap, how much is this coin going to cost? Put it in the comment section, because you guys need to learn how to do this math. And not only do this math in crypto, you need to learn how to do this math in the stocks that you own, because you guys are not doing this. You're buying stock based off of the stock price and not off of the market cap. The market cap is where you make your money. You can pretty much invest any dollar amount in any stock these days. If I want to buy $10 worth of Nvidia, I don't have to buy a full share, guys. If I buy $10, listen to me. I want you guys to listen to me closely. If I buy $10 worth of Nvidia today, and it's a $5 trillion company, my $10 won't be worth $20 until the market cap is 10 trillion. Did you hear what I just said? If I invest $10 in Nvidia today, that's not even a full share, at $5 trillion in market cap, my $10 is not going to be worth $20 until the market cap is 10 trillion. And most of you guys don't know this simple math. So if Bitcoin is $75,000 today, if it gets to 10 trillion, what is that coin going to be worth? Go ahead and put it in the comment section. All you got to do, guys, is divide 10 by 1.5 trillion. So one and a half goes, look, let me take out my calculator. Somebody do the math for me. If Bitcoin ever goes to 10 trillion, it's 1.5 trillion right now. That means it's going to grow. It's going to grow. It's going to grow 6 point. Okay, Arwen did the math. Let me see if that's right though. Hold on, let me see if that's right. We're gonna take 1.5 trillion. I'm sorry, we're gonna take 10 trillion and we're gonna divide that by 1.5 trillion. That tells me that you're gonna make 6.6 or 665 times your money. No, that's not right. I'm doing the math wrong. Hold up. It's gonna grow 6 times its value. That's what I wanted to say. And if I multiply that times 75,000, Yep, that's right. You're going to be right around 500. I got 500,000, but you're going to have a $525,000 coin. I know you guys are like, nobody will pay that, because you're thinking like a hundredaire. You're thinking like a thousandaire. You can't think about what you can buy. You can't think about what you can buy. All right. 75,000 might be a lot to you. That is nothing to a pension fund or a mutual fund. And some humans that are out there. I own a full Bitcoin. My family owns a full Bitcoin. So yeah, there are some people out there that would buy it at that price. Because if it ever goes to $10 trillion in market cap, guys, I'm going to have a $500,000 worth of Bitcoin. Wouldn't that be great to have a $500,000 just in Bitcoin? You got a $500,000 in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin becomes that thing in the future where they have decentralized financing. I'll be able to use that $500,000 as collateral. I can be like, yo, I want to start a real estate home flipping business. I need a $500,000 loan. I can buy the house, do all the renovation, and it's backed in my Bitcoin. Y'all better start thinking like the rich, because this is going to happen. I'm just letting y'all know in advance. Like, this is what y'all are missing out on. All right, because you're too busy looking at the 75,000 thinking, ain't nobody going to be using Bitcoin at the grocery store. Well, you're not looking at it the way that it was created for. It's used as I tell people it's used more as a vehicle, as a way of transferring money to and from different entities than it is as a currency. Because you can, as soon as you send that money to somebody in Bitcoin, they can transfer it over into whatever currency they want. If it's the yen, if it's the peso, if it's Litecoin, Dogecoin, Ethereum, it don't matter. They can convert that money into something else because it's actually real money. And that's the thing people don't understand. If I send somebody $300, guys, I don't care what you said. I converted the dollar into $300 worth of Bitcoin. That's a real value. So for you guys to be like it has no value, shut up. You don't know what the heck you talking about. I just used 300 real dollars, converted it into $300 worth of Bitcoin. I just sent it over to my cousin Jess. She received the Bitcoin. It went into her brokerage account, Coinbase, which is run by the government. All right. I can convert that $300. I can leave it in my wallet. I can, if I want that Bitcoin to sit there, it can sit there and go up and down with the price of Bitcoin. I can convert it over into a stable coin, which is what your JP Morgans and everybody else is creating right now, where the money doesn't move. A stable coin that's the word for it, stable coin. Stable coin means that it doesn't move up and down with the other cryptocurrencies. You can convert yours over into, dang, I haven't done it in so long. I done forgot the name of the stable coins, the most popular ones that are out there. But you can do that. Or you can convert it into Litecoin and then send it to somebody else who only accepts Litecoin or who only accepts Ethereum. There's certain people that are like, I don't want to have anything outside of Dogecoin. So, that money that you owe me, those skins, can you pay it to me in Dogecoin? You'll have people say that. Can you just pay for it in this kind? It's just like people saying, can you give this to me in 20s or give this to me in 10s or give this to me in 5s or 1s? It's whatever denomination you want. That's the only thing crypto is, guys. Like, stop thinking that it's it's actually adding to this financial picture that we have. It's enhancing it, not trying to take it over. Stop listening to these negative Nancy's that ain't made no money on crypto. They have no idea what's going on. All right. And you guys got to learn how to do that before you knock something. And this is what I tell people all the time. There's nothing wrong with being ignorant or not or unknowledgeable, if that's a word, if you're not knowledgeable in a certain subject, then just remain, unknowledgeable. But to knock something, like, at least educate yourself on it and then say, oh, this is what that is. Oh, nah, this is, it's bad or it's good or whatever your opinion is. But for you guys to talk bad about something and you never even sent any money, like, karma. I want y'all to look up here and be like, I could have made all that money if I wasn't such a egotistical a-hole. I should have done the homework. I could have changed my life. I owned 15 Bitcoins back in the day. I bought a pizza in Bitcoin. All right. So yeah, if it ever gets to 10 trillion, you're talking about a $500,000 coin. If you want to sell it and then convert that Bitcoin over into dollars, guys, listen, your bank ain't going to be like, nope, that was bought in Bitcoin. That's worthless. Them days is over. Actually, as long as you can convert it over into the dollar, you think they going to not take it? Like, y'all must not understand how the mafia works, or the mob, or the United States. The United States will allow y'all to do anything and make anything valuable. They'll let y'all go and buy real estate and crypto, all these different little worlds and crypto. Now that's the stuff that I laugh at. The crypto paintings and stuff y'all bought. I had cats that was knocking Bitcoin and was saying the most awful things about the crypto, but then at the same time they was buying paintings because they was like, oh yeah, I have these paintings. I'm like, it's a digital painting. Like, that's just that. Anyway, karma. Again, karma. A lot of individuals did that, and it's funny to me. It's actually hilarious to me that you lost your money on some digital monkey that you done paid $2,700 for when you could have just bought crypto. Oh yeah, the NFTs. NFTs was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Now that was a money grab. Anybody that bought Trump's coin, that was a money grab. If you thought you was about to make some money off of the Trump coin, I got a bridge that I want to sell to you. Trump made what? $600 million off of that? Trump alone made $600 million. That's not including what his family made. His family made $2 billion. They said the Trump family made $2 billion off of the meme coin, and only $100,000 was made from other outside sources. 100,000? Hold up, y'all made $2.2 billion and only 100,000 was everybody else? Y'all know I'd be laughing at that too. That's hilarious. All right, so let's look at Bitcoin. If you were interested in buying Bitcoin, we're gonna mix the fundamentals with the technicals. So fundamentally, we kind of understand why Bitcoin is an asset that a lot of people are investing in. We spent a lot of time talking about the market cap, the way that you can send money to and from people. And I also want you guys to understand this too. If there wasn't $1 trillion in Bitcoin, you couldn't send. Like, let's say only $100 was circulating in Bitcoin and somebody wanted to send $10,000. You're not going to be able to convert your $10,000 into Bitcoin if there's no value there for it to be converted into. There had to be liquidity there. You're getting paid, and I hope the light bulb goes off for some of you guys. You guys are getting paid for providing the liquidity so that the blockchain can work. Think about it. They just created all of these trails for Bitcoin to run on, Ethereum to run on. We're providing the liquidity. Liquidity is money. So by us purchasing and putting money into it's not exactly 1.5 trillion, guys. I just learned recently that because we live in this world, guys, nothing is ever one-to-one when you're dealing with finances. Because the powers that be have figured out how to leverage that money. Leveraging alone is some old pyramid, some old Illuminati type stuff when you really, really think about it. Because humans always think one-to-one, right? $1 is equal to $1. When actually, $20, if you buy it in the crypto world, can push the market caps of stuff up, 10 times that value. You could put $20 in the crypto space and make the market cap go to 2,000. I'm just throwing a number out there, but that's how manipulated the market is. So it's not exactly 1.5 trillion. So if somebody tried to move $1.5 trillion, it's not going to happen. There's not enough money in Bitcoin to move 1.5 trillion. One person can't move 1.5 trillion. Now, can somebody move 100 million? Yeah. Can somebody, I don't know what the biggest transaction, maybe we need to go on the Guinness World Records and see what was the largest transaction ever made in the crypto space. I would love to know that. I'm going to ask ChatGPT that later. Maybe one of you guys can ask it as well. What is the largest purchase ever, or what's the largest transfer of money on the blockchain? What is the largest ever? I promise you it's probably no more than 100 billion. I don't even think $1 billion has been transferred on the blockchain, to be honest. But I would be surprised if somebody has moved $1 billion to and from somebody. That would be crazy. Somebody check that for me. So I see you guys talking about, so when you're talking about Bitcoin, a lot of you guys don't realize that all of these assets that we're buying on an everyday basis, I know some of you guys have turned away because you're like, oh, it's crypto, whatever. And I keep telling you guys, y'all better learn all the asset classes. Because if you are a day trader, you can day trade Bitcoin and you can day trade it in stock. If you're an options trader, there's no reason why you should have left the room. You can trade options on the stock form of Bitcoin. You can trade stocks, options, futures, Forex, everything that we talk about, stocks, options, futures, cryptocurrency. You can do that in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is now part of the family. So to leave that part of the family out because, y'all ain't got the same mama and daddy, you shouldn't do that. They just as part of the family as everyone. Bitcoin is just as part of this family, guys, as stocks are. And you guys are treating them like the red-headed stepchild. Joe, you can't say that. It's 2026. You're gonna get canceled by all the redheads. They're gonna picket the room. All right. So the reason why Bitcoin is low, guys, is because think about what they did. I want you guys to think of this because we talk about stuff on a psychological level in this room also, because they don't do that in any other rooms. I want you to think about what's happening. When crypto was pure crypto and it was decentralized, I want you guys to know this. It's not decentralized anymore, right? Y'all know that, right? I just want you guys to know this. Y'all know that crypto ain't decentralized no more. For all you crypto heads that are out there, yes it is, Joel. No, it's not. That mug is as centralized as it can be because our government wants to control it. Because our government, guys, is getting ready. I don't know if you guys was listening to the TV today, Our government wants to own 10 to 15% of all the crypto that's out there. And the reason why they want to do it, guys, is so that they can control it. And if they can control this new asset class, that's what America is all about. Control. They want to control everything. They want to control the oil. They want to control technology. They know crypto is here to stay. They want to control crypto. Asia used to control 75% of all the cryptocurrency that's out there. China messed up because China was in position to control all of the crypto. They control, Asian companies control 75% of the crypto space. And because it's a dictatorship over there, the government does not ever want the people to ever have more power than the government. The government is always going to knock down the people that are living in that country because that's just how they run. They don't want any single individuals having more power than the government. The government controls everything. So they was like, bump that. There's all these billionaires being made over here in Asia. We about to cut that off right now. And then America jumped in. The minute we saw that happening, America jumped in. Remember, Binance was about to take over everything. And you see what happened to Binance? Binance was about to take over everything. So for you guys that don't know this, there's different crypto exchanges that are out there. Guys, when I was on Binance, y'all wouldn't even see me today if Binance was still operable. Because back before COVID, you used to, right when cryptocurrency started to take off, Binance had a way where if you referred anybody to the Binance platform, you made a percentage off of every deal or every transaction they made. And I was like, word? Guys, at one point I had like 1,000 people underneath me making transactions on an everyday basis. And I'm getting a little piece of that way back in 2018-19 before crypto really took off. And then anybody that's all my crypto heads that are here, y'all know I'm a real crypto head because when I tell y'all this, y'all gonna be like, I remember that. Then all of a sudden a Binance USA appeared out of nowhere. And they said, look, you got like 30 days to get off of the Binance platform and get onto the Binance USA platform, or you're going to lose all the crypto that you have over there. So everybody, it was a mass exodus and everybody was transferring their money over into American style, brokerages or, anything other than Binance. And then at that time, America said, all right, Coinbase, we're going to build you up. We're going to build you up and we're going to go through everything that you're doing. We want to make you guys legitimate enough so that, if the SEC was going over, your accounts and stuff, you can be legitimate. And while all this is happening, anybody that was on the old Binance, we lost everything that we had over there. Now, I was able to transfer a lot of stuff over to my other brokerages, but I lost all of that referral money. That referral money, guys, I could have retired off of that joint. So to this day, I'm still angry about it. And any of those people that were there early, we all knew about this. And anybody that came underneath us, think about it. If I'm doing a live like this and nobody knew anything about crypto, and I was like, yo, if you ever want to get on a crypto, if you ever want to go to a crypto account, use my referral code. You remember when everybody had referral codes? Them referral codes were true because you got paid off of the initial, you got paid like $10 in crypto, and then any transactions they made, you were making a percentage off of the commission. What? That was the come up. And only a few people that are on here knew about that, right? And I mean, guys, we were cleaning up because nobody knew about crypto. So live hosts like us, we was like, oh yeah, just use my link You didn't know if you were linking up with a hundredaire or a thousandaire or a millionaire. It didn't matter. And once they transferred their funds over, you made money. You were going to make money. Listen, guys, you were going to make money off of every transaction they made for the history of them being on that account. That means 100 years from now, you would have been making money off of that. To this day, I am mad about that. I am PO'd. And I haven't seen another brokerage that was built like that. So I'm telling you guys this so that if you ever see a brokerage that's legitimate, that's in the crypto space, that's operating in this particular way, and somebody's going to do it. Somebody's going to be like, I remember this. We're going to try to. Coinbase may come out of nowhere. I know Coinbase got referral codes, but it's a one-time thing with them. They're like, oh, nah, we going to make all the money off of the transactions. We're going to give you a little $10. You're going to be on your way and we going to make all the money. And so that's what I said, guys. When the mob gets involved, they're like, oh, they looked and they were seeing how much little people like me was making. They was like, oh, heck no. We about to shut that down and we about to create our own joint and we going to make money on all the transactions. Robinhood, Coinbase are basically set up the way Binance was set up freaking 8 years ago. And then what happened? You remember they sent the Binance CEO went to jail or was about to go to jail. And what did Trump do? He pardoned him. Why? Why do you think he pardoned the CEO of Binance? We all know why. We all know why. All right. But yeah, man, I'm like, oh my God, I had thousands of people underneath me. Thousands. Think about that. If you got thousands of people under you and just their commissions alone, let's say they pay $50 or $100 in commissions. I don't even want to think about it because I'm going to get mad. But let's talk about Bitcoin, pure Bitcoin. If you're using the technicals, the same technicals that I use on an everyday basis. If you're investing, for newbies that are in here, it don't matter what asset we're buying, whether it's futures, whether it's stock, whether it's Forex, whether it's cryptocurrency. What is the moving average of choice for investors? Put it in the comment section. Not traders, investors. If I'm a pure investor, I don't want to trade. I'm just looking for the best opportunity, not best opportunity, the best risk to reward area to get in. I have to quickly look and see if that asset is bullish or bearish. What am I going to use? Now it is the 200, but which one? Which 200? Because this is where you guys go wrong. You don't know which 200 to pick. The 200 weekly. There you have it. You guys are so smart. This is the smartest room on TikTok. What do you guys notice? The 200 week moving average, guys, is this yellow line that you see down here. This is the 200 week moving average. What do you guys notice? What do you guys notice about that yellow line? What direction is it angled? What direction is the yellow? I call it the yellow brick road. What direction is the yellow brick road angled? It's angled up. So if it's angled up, it's going to increase your luck. What do you guys notice? Every time we hit that yellow line, what are people doing? What do you guys notice? Every time it hits this yellow line, oh my God, every time it comes down to here, it goes back up to here. Watch this, guys. This is 2022 right here. This is 2022. People ask me all the time, should I invest? Should I invest? Yeah. Invest, when it gets to the investing moving average. I'm just going to start calling this the investing moving average. I ain't even going to call it the 200 day. I mean, the 200 week. This is the investing moving average that none of y'all but about 10 of y'all know about. And it sucks because everybody should know about this. Everybody. This should be taught when you're in 4th or 5th grade, which is that's why I teach this to 4th and 5th graders now. Every time it gets to this yellow line, it just seems like everybody in the world knows to buy except for me. 2022, Bitcoin was sitting at $70,000. It started to drop in price. Guys, you could have gone off and did your own thing and set an alert and says, you know what? Bitcoin probably going to $24,000. Now, when I told people this, I lost followers. I had a room I had a double room back before this started to move. I had 2 rooms. I had a big old cryptocurrency room, and then I had a big old stock market investing room. And I kept telling everyone, the same people that are buying the Apples, the Amazons, the Teslas, the Nvidias are the same people that's buying the Bitcoins. And the same people that are buying the Bitcoin is looking at the same moving averages they use when they buy Apple and Amazon and Microsoft and Google, and that's why they're the richest people on the planet. And I keep telling people that over and over again, like all of these things operate the same way because these same people are buying it. In fact, Jensen Huang, who runs the largest company on the planet, always talks about the cryptocurrency that he owns. Tim Cook, the CEO of the second largest company on the planet, also talks about the cryptocurrency that he owns. The Microsoft CEO talks about the crypto he owns. The Tesla CEO talks about the crypto they own. But you're listening to Cousin Al tell you that crypto is useless. But the richest people on earth is telling you about how they own it. I'm telling you guys, this is how humans operate. I don't know why humans operate like this. They just do. They don't follow the real money because they hate on that. I ain't following what Bezos is buying. I don't care about Elon. Elon's the first trillionaire. Why don't you want to listen to what he's buying? I'm going to tell you why, because you don't want to make any money. You're a hater. I kept telling everybody, Bitcoin's going to $20,000, whether you want it to go there or not, because you don't move the market. It's not going there. There's a use case. I know it too. I use Bitcoin just as much as you do. It's going down to this yellow line, whether you want to or not. And when it gets there, everyone's going to tell you that it's over. That's it. Nobody wants it anymore. Bitcoin dropped from 75,000 to 15,000. I bet y'all ain't buy it. You know why you didn't buy it? Because you don't know the fundamentals of the market. You're learning it today. The yellow brick road is the best risk to reward area for investors. Everybody knows this. Well, I take that back. The top 5% knows this. The other 95%, y'all buy off your gut or off of what you see in some live, even though this is a live too. But at least I'm doing this with the technicals so that you can see it with your own eyes. So then Bitcoin ran from 15,000 all the way to 100,000. When it started to drop, guys, where do you think it was dropping to? Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess, guys. Take a wild guess. When it went to 100, where do y'all think it was dropping to when it was dropping? You got it. It was dropping back to the yellow brick road. So for you guys that are asking, Why did Bitcoin just go up today? Now, I don't know if you guys know the stats, but here are the real stats. They said Bitcoin today this week had its biggest week. What did they say? Since 2000? I forgot the stats. It's like in 6 years. This is the best week Bitcoin. No, I think it was 2 years. I got to go and look at the stats. Bitcoin had its best week this week than it had in 2 years. And you know why most of y'all didn't see it? Because you're not looking at it like a hawk like I am. I had an alert set for when it hit the 200-week moving average. And when you come into this room, I kept telling you guys, look, guys, if you go back and you look at history, everybody keeps buying it when it hits the yellow brick road. And I'm going to keep running that play, guys. This is the tush push. Y'all know the tush push that Philly does that everybody gets mad at? This is the equivalent to the tush push. Joe, how come you make money all the time and I don't? Because I buy my assets at the 200-week moving average. And I'm going to keep using the tush push until somebody stops it. And the top 5% are going to keep using the tush push until somebody stops it. So this is a no-brainer. Like, it's a no-brainer to buy Bitcoin right here, guys. It's a no-brainer. The problem is, this is how it feels when you buy things at the lows. You see how it feels? You see how it feels like, I shouldn't be buying it here. It's been going down for 3 years. Why would I buy it here? Nah, this is when it's probably going to keep going down. Word? Did you hear what was going on in the news today? They want what's the thing that Trump wants to go through? The something act. It start with a C. The circular. What act is it? I forgot what it's called. The Clarity Act. You got the Clarity Act happening. You got a short squeeze happening right now. It's the perfect time. You got the Iran war happening. You got everybody eyes on AI and data centers. Quietly, ain't nobody talking about Bitcoin. But see, I'm watching it because I know, I'm like, oh, this is when it reverses. And it's not a 1-day event, guys. It's not a 2-day event. It's not a 3-day event. You're looking at a 200-week moving average. That means every candle that you're looking at represents a week. That you're looking at represents a week. But boy, oh boy, if you have never owned Bitcoin, this is where the professionals are buying. Now, you're going to have your naysayers. You're going to have your people who've never looked at a 200-week moving average ever in their lives. So what I like to do is I call this a magic show. So what we're going to do from 8:30 till 9 o'clock, every single solitary stock that you guys give me in the comment section today, I'm going to pull up the 200-week moving average, and I guarantee y'all 95% of them are going to reverse at the 200-week moving average if it's angled up. Word is bond. I do this magic show all the time. And it's crazy because as easy as this looks, most of you guys are going to be like, huh? You're not going to believe it because you're not going to believe how easy it is to make money in this market. But you guys are not looking at the things that the top 5% are looking at. And yes, I'm going to talk about you teachers that are out there. You teachers that are out there are getting too overly complicated in the way that you teach the market. And the reason is because you actually don't trade and invest in the market. You just understand these tools and these indicators. You never made any money using these indicators. So you only teach what you know. All you know is double bottoms and triple bottoms and buying at the 52-week low list. The worst thing I've ever heard anybody tell anybody to do. And that's 90% of the classes I see that's out there. All them classes y'all be taking at InvestFest and y'all be coming back with the strategies, I just be like, I'm sorry you had to go through that. I'm sorry they took your money. Them fools ain't trading and investing in the market. So we're not going to make that mistake anymore. Our new educational tool is going to be ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini. Guys, these GPTs that were created, you guys have no idea what you have in the palm of your hands. You have a computer that's working 10,000 times faster than your normal search engine. Google, if you still using Google as your search, that's just like going to dial-up, guys. I can't remember the last time I did a Google search or a Yahoo search. Like, for real, that's just like me going to a rotary phone. Because the information you get is one-sided, is one thing. It's ridiculous. Now, is AI 100%? No, nothing on earth is 100%, except for taxes and death. Oh, and the volatility index when it's above 50. I keep telling y'all, it's never lost. So watch this for 30 minutes. I'm going to turn on the music. And for you naysayers, watch and learn, because you guys can be making fortunes in these stocks and these investments. If you're not overly leveraged, you make sure that you're not putting more than 20% of your assets in any given thing, so that if you are wrong that one time, you still can win. If I take 5 trades at the 200-week moving average, one of them will be wrong, 4 of them will be right. And you'll make so much money in those 4, you won't even think about the one that you lost on. All right. That is the numbers that I try to stick to. Don't put more than 20% of your assets in any given trade or investment. If you have a portfolio, guys, unless it's an index like the S&P 500, you should not have more than 20% of your assets in any given thing. Even if you're in crypto, guys, diversify. Get some Ethereum, get some Bitcoin, get some Solana. Diversify. Now, if you have a portfolio like I do, where I'm like, all right, my only position in crypto is going to be Bitcoin, that's fine, because that's a position in my portfolio that's no more than, 10 or 20% of my overall portfolio. All right. Cool. So this is what we're going to do. Oh yeah, it was the Clarity Act. So listen, before we even look, Bitcoin was at $100,000. We hit the yellow brick road. If you were using the what would Joe do method, everybody knows the what would Joe do method. What's so funny about this, guys, is that the what would Joe do method didn't even pop off yet. This was the trend to the 200-day moving average. This move today is not a confirmation. It is a breaking trend. For you guys that don't know this is a trend break. If you ever want to see a trend line that's broken, this is a trend line break. And this is a week chart. That means for 7 days, we stayed above this trend line. Now, because we're looking at a week chart, we need 3 weeks, guys, for a confirmation. So this is not the confirmation that this is the move that Bitcoin needs to make to go back to 120. If we get 3, if Bitcoin can hold this 75,000, guys, for the next 3 weeks, it's gonna be bullish. I'm just letting you guys know right now. In fact, I'm gonna write it on here. We have 3 weeks to wait. 3 weeks. 3 weeks for a confirmation. Now, if you're a trader, if you are a trader, you can use the 200-day moving average, which is this blue line. There is a breaking trend here. Y'all see how there's no this is the 3rd day. So that's why everybody's excited. Because when we broke this trend, guys, we got 3 days. Ooh wee. We broke this trend, guys. We got 3 days. A 3-day confirmation is what professionals are looking for. That is what everyone's been looking for Bitcoin for 2 years. Not 2 years, I'm sorry. Since the last high. Let me go back to the highs. Let me go back. The high was, when did we hit 120? We hit 120 on this date, which was October the 6th, 2025. We've been looking for this confirmation since October of last year. Guys, I don't know if you guys know this. When Bitcoin goes down in price, the average bear market lasts 344 days. Did you hear what I just said? The average bear market is 344 days. That means Bitcoin, if it can stay above this, guys, mutual funds, pension funds, technicians, we're going to go back and we're going to tell our clients, look, it's been more than 300 days that this thing was going down. Anybody that was going to sell, probably out. In fact, if we push this hard enough, we can probably cause a short squeeze. And that's what happened today. That's why you got to wait a couple of days, because this is nothing but an old-fashioned short squeeze. Anybody that was short, they're panicking getting out of their short. And if you push it hard enough, they might get a margin call. The same thing that happened to that brokerage that I'm getting old, so I can't remember the names of everything. But the little young kid with the $45 billion brokerage that got the margin call that brought the whole market down. You might get some margin calls on this bad boy. If Bitcoin pushes hard enough, we get another 10 or 15% to the upside, it's going to be margin calls everywhere. Because that's how our financial system works, guys. Everybody works on freaking leverage. Nothing's one-to-one. All right. So if we can make it to October, it's August now. It's August. It's August, guys. We got 2 more months and the bear market may be over in crypto. This is the perfect time to buy. 300 days have gone by. Well, 275 days have gone by. We almost hit that average of 344 days. We're at the 200-week moving average. Like when I tell you guys technically Bitcoin's doing everything it's supposed to do, it's at the 200-week moving average. I am going to erase this. I want to see where the Fibonacci levels are. I promise you the Fibonacci levels are probably at the 50% area. I'm going to go all the way to these lows here. I'm going to go to the lows of 2020. So if we go to the lows of 2020 and you put a Fibonacci retracement on this bad boy, look at where we are, guys. Perfectly at the 50%. I'm telling you guys, this is not a coincidence. This is what I do. This is move 50%. Think about what just happened. We just moved 50%. We move 50% down to the moving average that all investors know to buy after being in a bear market for 275 days. And now you got the president talking about the Clarity Act. It's a perfect opportunity for this thing to move up in price. And I forgot to add this, guys. And it went oversold on the RSI. What other condition do you need? Look at that. It went oversold on the relative strength index. It did everything it was supposed to do. It washed out weak hands. It went down for almost 300 days to the 200-week moving average, and now it's breaking a trend. I mean, I can't teach this any better. If you're not a technical person, you are today after seeing that. This blue line, guys, is the 50% retracement on the Fibonacci. Fibonacci, Fibonacci, Fibonacci. Say that 3 times. perfect. I mean, it's just, it don't get no better. If I'm gonna make remember, risk to reward is what I'm saying, guys. You can always lose in something, but as an investor, for years you're gonna have to learn how to buy at certain levels, and you're gonna have to be consistent with it if you want to consistently make money. If you consistently buy your favorite stocks when they're down 50% on their Fibonacci retracement, and the Fibonacci levels has to go over a year. So people say, well, how far do you go back? A year. If you're looking at a week chart, that Fibonacci level has to go back at least a year. The further you go back, the stronger that 50% area will be. I just went back to 2020. That means that is a powerful 50% retracement. Powerful. 6 years? At the 200-week moving average, which is the strongest moving average that investors look for when they're thinking about buying things. After it's dropped for over 300 days and the relative strength index went oversold, like what else do you need to buy? If you don't buy it after all of that, guys, then you just scared. You just scared. You just scared. You're not meant to buy things when they're low. You're just not. But this is how it feels. And it feels uncomfortable. And I don't mean to brag. I'm just saying it feels uncomfortable to you because you're not used to buying things on sale. I am. I'm used to buying things on sale all the time. So when I tell you, this is kind of how it feels. I know how it feels. Negativity is not on anybody's radar. It's technically doing everything it needs to do. It's done its washout. It did a fake out. Remember, guys, it hit the 200-week, went up, and then retested it. It did a retest. You technicians that are out there, you're like, dang, this dude is saying all the things that I want to hear. That's where you buy. If you've never bought it. And what's crazy about it is even if you bought it here at 73 and you missed it because it actually dropped all the way down to 57. If you were able to get in at 57 or 58 or 60 or 65, it's now at 73. When you gonna get in? When it's at 120? You can still get in now at 73, guys, and it's still gonna be down. You're still gonna get it on sale for, if you go to the highs, to the price that it is today, you're still buying it 40% off from its highs. 40. Now, you kind of want to be, you can brag when you buy stuff 50% or more. So you're not going to be able to brag with the best of them. But it's still a decent area to start your position if you've never owned it. All right. All right. That's it for technicals on crypto, because a lot of you guys didn't know that you can use cryptocurrency. You can use price action on anything. And when I tell you guys, you can use, when you learn price action, and price action is looking at price and using moving averages and using my method, the bias trigger goal method. There's nothing out there that you won't be able to trade. If you decide you want to trade Forex, you're going to be better than all of your Forex friends. If you decide you want to trade futures, same thing. Stock, same thing. Options, same thing. Doesn't matter what time frame. You want to look at a week chart, a day chart, a 5-minute chart. It don't matter. If I wanted to trade Bitcoin today, and I'm going to give you guys enough time. I'm going to go to 9 o'clock. If I wanted to trade Bitcoin today, and I was using a 5-minute chart, watch how easy it would have been to trade it. I know you guys are like, what? I didn't even look at this chart today. Guys, I ain't even look at the Bitcoin chart today, but I day trade. So I know how easy it is to trade. What direction is this VWAP angled? Please tell me, what direction is it angled? It's angled up. Just like we were buying at the 200-week moving average, you think this was a coincidence that people knew to buy Bitcoin right here at the VWAP? It operates the same way no matter what freaking chart you're looking at. And I keep telling people this over and over again. When you come to my live, it's a magic show. because we're going to see the same exact patterns on everything that we look at today. As long as those moving averages are angled up, we want to trade to the upside or trade at that line. If the moving average is angled down, then we want to short, or we don't want to be around. All right, I know it's corny, but I had to create something that you guys can remember. All right. If that moving average is angled up, it's gonna increase your luck. If it's angled down, you don't want to be around. So easy to trade that. Like, y'all make trading and investing hard, because it's not hard, guys. It's just that when you learn how to think, when you learn how to do things in a complicated way, you can only see the market in a complicated way. When you see the market for what it is, and you look at price action, there's nothing you're not going to be able to trade. Nothing. There's nothing on earth you're not going to be able to trade or invest in. All right. So we're going to look at your stocks. All right. You say I keep freezing. You want to see a chart that's angled down? All right. I'll show you. I'll show you my favorite one that y'all keep buying. And I keep telling y'all, will you stay away from this? I've been telling y'all to stay away from this forever. Not only was the VWAP angled down today, this is Nike. Look at this. Look at this 200 week moving average angled down. But y'all keep buying Nike. Nike's on sale. Nike. I'm like, no, it's not. Nike ain't been on sale since 2024. But y'all keep buying it because y'all don't look at moving averages. So you think it's on sale and it's like, surprise, we're a terrible company. Not only is this 200 week moving average, that's investing wise. That means nobody should be investing in Nike. Traders, if you wanted to trade Nike, no one should be trading Nike to the upside. But y'all keep doing it. As long as I've been on these lives, I keep telling y'all better be shorting this company. Everything is angled down. So that's moving averages angled down. And if you wanted to day trade it today, it's also angled down. This is the easiest move on earth. But y'all still want to buy it to the upside. This is angled down. Y'all make trading and investing hard because you don't know price. You've never looked at price action. So you actually been gambling and hoping and praying instead of watching the money and watching the flow of money. If money's flowing into it, it's going to go up. If money's coming out of it, it's going to go down. We're little ants in this world. So a tiny drop of rain is going to be huge to us. It's not going to be that much to a cloud because the cloud is trying to make the ocean. All right. We're these little droplets. So if we see the clouds, or if we see it pushing down, guys, it's going to push down for hours. If it goes up, we'll see it push up. Look at what it did. It came to the white line and sat there for a minute. And then once it started to angle back up, people felt comfortable of buying Nike to the upside. It was short all day, and then it flattened out, and then once it was angled up, that was the clear to buy. Pure price action. All right, y'all make it hard. All right, y'all make it hard. If I'm freezing, I apologize. All right, cool. We're gonna look at your stocks. All right, so for the next 13 minutes, I'm gonna play music. I want to give a shout out to Dayang, Tilly, Ann, Donald, Teresa, Arwen, Alfred, DBS. Darren Morris, Linda, Mr. Bell. Thank you for the support. Thank you guys for the caps. I need like 4 more, guys. I need 4 more caps. But the individuals that help me out with my caps are Dayang, Ducky, C Spooner, Teresa, Dula Dollars, and Nick J. Zano, Tilly, Donald D, Jess, thank you guys for the caps. Thank you for helping the room. Yesterday, they took me off of the For You page immediately because I was showing you guys options on Moderna. I was showing you guys the Millionaire Challenge, and because I was showing the Millionaire Challenge, they took me off the For You page. So sometimes I can't give you guys gems. All right. And this is a good time because my throat is getting locked up. So I'm going to turn this music up. I want you to put your stocks in the comment section. We're going to just use the 200 week moving average today, guys. I want everybody to see how each of these stocks react when it gets to that yellow brick road. All right. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 7. What is that? LIN?
Come on. I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor and even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a purse to snatch. Cops give a damn about a Negro. Pull a trigger, kill him, he's a hero. Get it to the kids who the hell cares. One less hungry mouth on the welfare. First ship them, don't let them deal with brothers. Give them guns, step back, watch them kill each other. It's time to fight back, that's what Huey said. 2 shots in the dark, now Huey's dead. I got love for my brothers, but we can never go nowhere unless we share with each other. We gotta start making changes. Learn to see me as a brother instead of 2 distant strangers. And that's how it's supposed to be. I can never take my brother if he's close to me. I let it go back to when we played as kids, but then changed. That's the way it is. Come on. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same.
Y'all see this?
That's just
See these areas? That's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence.
That's just the way it is.
That's just the way it is.
Things will never be the same. Oh, yeah. That's just the way it is. Oh, yeah. I see no changes. All I see is racist faces. Misplaced hate makes disgrace to races. I wonder what it takes to make this one better place. Let's erase the wasted. Take the evil out the people, they'll be acting right. It's both black and white and smoke tonight. And the only time we chill is when we kill each other. It takes skill to be real time to heal each other. And although it seems evident, we ain't ready.
This doesn't have a 200 week moving average. This is VCX. Not even a 200 day. Does that have a 100 day? And the 100 day is angled down.
Tell me what's a mother to do. Being real don't appeal to the brother in you. You gotta operate the easy way. I made a G today.
But he did it in a sleazy way.
I gotta get paid. Well, that's the way it is. Come on. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh, yeah. That's just the way it is.
Things will never be the same.
That's just the way it is. Oh, yeah. We gotta make a change. It's time for us as a people to start making some changes. Let's change the way we eat. Let's change the way we live. And let's change the way we treat each other. You see, the old way wasn't working, so it's on us to do what we gotta do to survive. And still I see no changes. Can a brother get a little peace? It's war on the streets and a war in the Middle East. Instead of war on poverty, they got a war on drugs so the police can bother me. And I ain't never did a crime I ain't have to do. But now I'm back with the facts, giving it back to you. Don't let them jack you up, back you up, crack you up, and pimp smack you up. You gotta learn to hold your own. They get jealous when they see you with your mobile phone. But tell the cops I can't touch this. I don't trust this. When they try to rush, I bust this. That's the sound number 2. You say it ain't cool, but mama didn't
raise no food.
And as long as I stay black, I got a stage strap. And I never get to lay back, cause I always gotta worry about the payback. Some buck that I roughed up way back, coming back after all these years. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. That's the way it is. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah. You're my brother, you're my sister. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. Brother, you're my sister. That's just the way it is. Oh yeah. Never change. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad bitch in the friend zone. This shit sound like an intro jet song, give me that tempo. Told Pooh he a fool with this shit. Told her don't let her friends know. In the Ville and I move like a dime. Eating fettuccine at Vincenzo's. Me and my amigos got that free smoke on the West Coast. Yeah, I'm talking about pre-rolls. Dark hair, she look like she go. She do. Hometown hero, feeling myself, can't murder my ego. She heard of my deep stroke, she said, babe, does it hurt when I though? It does. Certified freak, hang around dust and she learning my lingo. Back then, wasn't worried about me though. In the gym, trying to work on my free throw. Damn, spending money at the club like Sam's. Yes, ma'am. She a little freak on cam, but she don't put this on the ground. Little boys tryna diss on the ground. Hey, I can't switch on the fan. It's how I hit the switch on the fan. This where my head is. Listen, I feel resentment from every direction. Even some homies be wearing expressions. I be discouraged from sharing my blessings. We used to share a connection. Now it just feels like it's wearing and stretching. I'm getting real sick of taking advice from people that never could stare at reflections. Somewhere in there is a lesson. Y'all ain't evolving, it's very depressing. I'm at the club with the basketball team. Me and the Cardinals are sharing the section. Gotta cherish the present. I'm drinking water and wearing protection. Got a career and I'm very invested. Some people call it a scary obsession. I like to call it a passion. I can't be sitting relaxing. PG, we getting some traction. I'm at the venue, it's packed in. I'm digging her accent. I got a BB Simon belt on me and she tryna get it unfastened. That's my type of distraction. That's my type of she Latin. Got my own flow and I'm about to get a patent. Brand new sheets for the bed they satin. Y'all wasn't tuned in back then. My swag they keep jacking. I ain't doing no verse, quit asking. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10.
Y'all ain't ready for that.
What's wrong with me? Why do I feel like this? I'm going crazy now. No more gas in the red. Can't even get started. Nothing heard, nothing said. Can't even speak about it. I'm alive, I'm my head. Don't wanna think about it. Feels like I'm going insane, yeah. It's a thief in the night to come and grab you. It can creep up inside you and consume you. A disease of the mind, it can control you. It's too close for comfort. Your pretty lights, you're in the city of wonder. Ain't gon' play nice. Watch out, you might just go under. Better think twice. The train of thought will be altered. So if you must pause, I'll be right. Your mind can disturb you. It's like the darkness is the light. Disturb you. Am I scaring you now? Disturb you. Ain't used to what you like. Disturb you. Disturb you. Faded pictures on the wall. It's like they talking to me. Disconnected, no call. The phone don't even ring. I gotta get out or figure this shit out. It's too close for comfort. Oh, it's a thief in the night to come and grab you. It can creep up inside you and consume you. A disease of the mind, it can control you. I feel like a monster. Oh.
I can't pull that one up.
Yeah, man. So we back in the club with our bodies rocking from side to side, side to side. Thank God the week is done. I feel like a zombie gone back to life, back to life. Hands up, yeah, suddenly we all got our hands up. No control of my body. Ain't I seen you before? I think I remember those eyes. 'Cause baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. Yeah, baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love. up. Put your hands on my body. Swear I've seen you before. I think I remember those eyes, 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 eyes. 'Cause baby, tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. Yeah, baby, tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. Again. So dance, dance like it's the last night of your life. Life won't get you right. 'Cause baby, tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. You know evil, speak no evil, see no evil. Get it, baby, hope you catch that like T.O. That's how we roll. My life is a movie and you just TiVo. Mommy got me twisted like a dreadlock. She don't wrestle, but I got her in a headlock.
All right, I gotta go soon.
Me on fire, red hot. Bada bing, bada boom. Mr. Worldwide as I step in the room. I'm a hustler, baby, but that you knew. And tonight it's just me and you, baby, tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. Let's take over the world. Baby, tonight, DJ got us falling in love. Now let go, falling in love. Oh, so dance, dance like it's the last night of your life. Get you right. 'Cause baby, tonight, DJ got us falling in love again. Yeah, baby, tonight, DJ got us falling in love again. So dance, dance like it's the last night of your life. Won't get you right. 'Cause baby, tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. Yeah. Thank you, DJ.
All right, guys, I gotta go. Last one. Ons. Yellow Brick Road is angled up, but you know, if you don't want to use that when you go to the day chart, and at the day chart, it's 50-50. It's 50-50. It's higher than the Yellow Brick Road, but it is under the 200-day moving average. So if you want to take a shot at Ons, you can. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 7 o'clock. I will see you then. Peace out. Peace out.